Marcus, walk us through that play where you.
I mean, actually, you know, the play was designed for Markel to go back door, you know, because we knew they were going to be overplaying them. I just came off 2 double screens, and Coach Ford said, get to the basket if it's there. And that's kind of what happened. My defender, like, let up on me, and I just took him and made a tough shot, but it was a big shot for my team.
When you released it, did you think it was going in?
I had yeah, you know, I mean, most of the times, the shots like that, I don't think it's going in, but at that time and moment, I had a feel that it was just like I couldn't miss when I was going to the basket at that time. I knew if whatever I threw up was going to go in.
So is that like a secondary option off that call?
Yes, it was, you know, it was just kind of like a read for me. You know, if I had it to take it, you know, especially we waited till 7 seconds to go, so, you know, obviously wasn't that much time, and it was just a quick decision. And, you know, like I said, it was for Markel, but my defender slipped up and gave me a lane, and I just took what the defense gave me.
I'm sure you've taken shots in situations like that before. Does it ever cross your mind what's going to happen? The coach is going to say if it doesn't go in, or does that not ever enter your mind?
No, not at all. I mean, Coach Ford and the coaching staff and my teammates have a lot of trust in me, and back to them, you know, vice versa, you know. So I know if when a tough shot like that and a big shot, you know, the coach tell me to take it if it's there, and I take it. I'm not worried about what he's going to say, because he's not going to say anything. You know, make or miss, he's going to tell me good job. If it's a great shot, you know, obviously if I make a bad decision, then obviously he's going to say something. But if I do what he tells me, and, you know, I get the shot that we want, then I'm not worried about it, because I know I did exactly what I was supposed to do.
How often do you practice a half-court shot?
Actually, I practice every day.
A lot.
Right when we walk into the gym, I actually just throw up a shot, and my first shot is from half court, and I made them about 5 times every other practice.
Did you call glass on that one?
No, I didn't call it. I really wasn't expecting to go in. I was trying to draw a foul, and I just released it, and it just went in.
OB, how much fun was this game to play? Because it was up tempo, there was a lot of room to operate out there.
It was great. You know, my teammates gave me the ball in good situations. You know, I did a lot of scoring in the first half. Second half, no, they started double teaming me, so I just started looking for my teammates. You know, Markel hit a good shot in the corner. When I kicked it out to him, then I dumped it out to Michael for a dunk. And you know, it was great. You know, I love playing up tempo. I love going fast break. You know, but you know, we gave up too many shots for them. And they knocked down a lot of threes, and we knew what they was gonna do. And we gotta give up for Iowa State. They're a great shooting team.
Marcus, every time you took a 1-point lead, it seems like they came back down and hit a big 3. How did the team rally around that, like getting all that momentum and then have to take it away?
Oh, definitely. You know, they were a great shooting team with Iowa State, but you know, it was definitely at the time it was a heartbreaker for us, because you know it's like we couldn't breathe. You know, we were right there, but every time we tried to get over the hump, it pull us right back down. You know, but this team has been through a lot of adversity, and that's when that comes in, that experience from that, and it helps you become stronger. And you know, you just fight through it, and that's kind of what we did tonight.
How difficult are they to guard, Markel? How difficult are they to guard?
They're very difficult. They got a 5-man lineup where everybody can shoot threes. Even a big man can step out and shoot threes. That's kind of why Phil wasn't in the game a lot for us. We had to put Mike in, move LB to the floor, and they're very difficult to guard. They run a lot of good plays to get open shots, and if they're open, they make them.
How about your second half? First half was kind of tough for the offense.
First half, I started off slow. I wasn't doing the things I was supposed to do to help my team. So we came in the halftime, and Marcus told me he needed his help. So I couldn't let the team down. I went out and I still wasn't shooting well, but I grabbed some important rebounds and found them in open spots, and it all worked out.
For anybody and everybody, you can't bring the whole team in here, but Phil Forte probably deserves a seat tonight at the table too. Can you guys comment on his hustle and that steal he had where he just took the ball from him late? It was a huge play.
Definitely. I mean, you know, a lot of people look at Phil's size, you know, but you know, like I tell him, you know, it's not about his size. This guy, he's a competitor, you know, and that play right there was, I think, was one of the biggest key moments of the game. You know, he just ripped it from the guy, you know, who's about a good 6-7 inches taller than him. You know, that strength just came in. Like I said, you know, he's a competitor, and that's where it came in. That competitive nature came in, and he just took the ball and made a good decision for our team. And he definitely deserves a seat up here tonight.
But you guys have been in some games that got away from you, close games that got away from you at the end. Tonight, you guys made the plays. what can this do for you momentum-wise and all of that going forward?
It just give us confidence, you know, in each other. With every practice, we go over situation drills, you know, with 2 minutes left, you know, we down by 2, you know, that's where it comes in at, you know, we did great. I felt that play we were in was going to work because, you know, we had the momentum on our side, the crowd was on our side, and, you know, Marcus took a good shot, you know, and I feel like, you know, we can be a team to mess with in the Big 12, and we just got to stay together and play each other.
Markel, this guy, Marcus down here, when he plays like he did tonight, I mean, a lot of times he's just kind of helping out, but he made the plays you guys needed. What's it like playing with him, and how much does he mean to this team right now?
It's very fun playing with Smart and LB. Him coming out there, being able to take control of the game at any moment, whether it's scoring or dishing the ball. He also getting there and give good rebounds, offensive rebounds, just the things that he do to help us and put us in great position. Like I say, even when somebody's not having a good night out there, someone else on this team can step up, and tonight it was LB, Phil, and Smart, and that's what we need from this team.
LB, what went through your mind when they called the foul on you there at the end?
I was mad, you know, I ain't gonna lie, but I was mad because we were both, you know, pushing each other and stuff, but, you know, I felt like he was holding my arm. I don't know why he called it on me, but, you know, you can't blame the refs. You know, I shouldn't have put my team in that situation, you know, I just should have just ran and got the ball. But, you know, it was I feel like it was a bad call, but, you know, he called it. You can't change the ref call, so I didn't argue with him or nothing. And we just, you know, luckily they didn't get a good shot off, so, you know, you can't get put in that situation no
It
more.
looked like they were going to shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mad at myself because, you know, I could have ran up and got it, but, you know, I waited until he got to me, so, you know, I'm mad at myself. And I'm glad the other ref talked to him, so I should thank that ref right there.
Markel, talk about the impact Brian Williams is going to make on this team and how it felt to have him back in the lineup tonight.
He's going to make a very big impact on this team. As far as defense and scoring, we can always use extra defense on this team. Coming out there, we can use his intensity, and we can have a mismatched team with him, playing him at the 4, 3, and moving LB to the 4 and the 3. We can do a lot of things with that team, kind of like Iowa State.
Did you expect him to have that many minutes today?
Yeah, I did. He's been kind of practicing on and off, and he's been looking pretty good. I think his wrist looks good. I don't think it's all the way healed, but look pretty good, and he's ready to go. He's been looking forward to this for a long time. He's ready to go.
Anything else for the guys?
You know what's up next? Trip to Kansas.
Oh yeah, you know, definitely. You know, we've been looking forward to this trip for a long time. You know, Kansas is a great team with a great coaching staff. You know, we're just going to come out there and play. And this win just kind of magnified how much we're going to have to stick together going into a place like that with that type of atmosphere and a great team with Kansas. And, you know, we just want to, like I said, stick together and believe in one another and hold each other accountable for everything we do from now on.
This is a great opportunity for our team. Going there and getting a win at Kansas versus the #2 ranked team, it's a great opportunity for us. It can't hurt us. It can only help us.
It's gonna be great, you know, playing in that atmosphere, you know, Allen Fieldhouse, you know, packed. And I hope my teammates feel the way I feel. Man, I just want to go in there and get a big win. We get a big win, that look good on our resume. You know, a big win at Kansas. It don't get better than that.
Anything else? Thank you guys.
Gucci.